Hey guys, it's Seth3 here, welcome to the video. Today I'm talking about bullies and how I dealt with bullies. So now bullies are obviously people that annoy you and belittle you, just hurt you. So obviously not really great people. They're very there's people you don't want to hang out with. They're just disgusting. But it started in year 7 for me, which was actually in 2018. Now 2018 was actually an amazing year for me, apart from this little section of the year, but it's actually really good. So I was just settling into high school, my first year, and it was going well until, well, like, I'd say around the second, I'd say first, or I think it was second or third, I don't know. I think it was second term. And so there was this kid named Duke. Obviously, that's not his real name. I'm not going to name drop him though, because I mean, that's just mean. But he was in my math, English, science, and history class. Like, I only had 2 classes without Duke, so it sucked. And Duke is like what Australians would call like an esche, which if you would know what that is, if you're Australian, then it's just not a good person. That's it. That's really not a good person at all. So yeah, Duke for some reason always had a problem with me. I don't know why. I was always so quiet and to myself, so I would always be confused, and it would bug me. And I mean, it would bug me a lot. I would always go home and be like, bro, like why are you just like? I would always think to myself like, why are you just going targeting me for? Like I'm just chilling in the back of the classroom, and you just have to just talk shit for no reason. Like I'm just trying to chill out and just to be mean. Like you just have to be mean. Like I mean, I didn't even. There was no reason, but it was whatever. I just had to deal with it. But at the end of the day, I remember actually there was this one day. This is actually kind of funny, I guess. But yeah, I remember this one day I was in class and I heard him saying, "Oh, I want to collab with you, Seti123." I'm like, "Oh, for fuck's sake!" He found my channel as well, and I actually found out who told him as well. It was actually one of my friends. Well, I thought he was one of my friends. And I was like, fuck. So I got home and I was like contemplating deleting my channel, and obviously I didn't. Happy I didn't. Very grateful uh for what I've actually achieved since then, actually. So yeah, happy about that. But for the next couple of weeks, we got given a seating plan, and my teacher and was at the front of the class, just like showing everybody their seating plans. And of course, with my luck, he was like, "You and Duke sit next to each other in the back of the class." I'm like, "Fuck sake, bro! There's no way." I couldn't tell you how pissed off I was, and we had to sit there for the rest of the term. Um, well, for me, it was shorter than that because of what I'm about to say. So I remember one day I woke up pissed as I don't even know why. I'm trying to actually remember why. I don't remember what happened that morning, but I was pissed. I got to school. I'm pretty sure it was second period. Might have been first actually. Yeah, it was first. And it was near the end of the first period, and it was math. I think it was math. We were sitting down. He was pissing me off the whole lesson. He was talking mass amounts of shit. Like it was insane. I was getting real pissed, and I was like, "Fuck! If he keeps doing something, I might actually just explode." Like I was pissed that day, and I remember I was like thinking, I was like, "Alright, if he does one more thing, I'm gonna just fucking, I'm just gonna push him. Like I'm gonna do something." And yeah. So I remember I was just waiting for him. I was like, I wanted him to say something just so I can finally get over and done with, just so he wouldn't do anything. And I remember I was talking to the person in front of me. It's actually one of my homies still. I don't actually, I'm not gonna say his name because that's just mean. But actually, it's not me. I just don't want to do that. But I was talking to him, and the next minute, Duke just goes, "Shut the fuck up, bro." And I remember the amount of anger, like the anger that was going through me. Like I felt like I was in a fucking anime battle, like final boss kind of shit. Like it was like everything felt so slow motion, and I pushed him so hard. Like I launched homie off his fucking chair. Like the whole table flipped over. His iPad and like all of his stuff started smashing. Like, I don't know, they didn't smash, but they hit the ground. And I remember I looked up, and everyone in the class was looking at me. And this is so funny, but my friend Jacob, I've talked about him many story times. Seems to be in most of them. He was in the same class, and also my childhood friend Jackson was there as well. And I remember I looked up, and they were both just staring at me, and I was like, "Oh," like their faces were fucking priceless. I wish I could go back to that day just to see their faces, especially Jackson's, bro. Homie's face was so funny. And so yeah, I pushed him off, and then like Jacob and my other friend in the class, I'm not gonna say name, they both think that I stomped the kid. I remember pushing him on the ground and choking him, but they said that I full stomped him at one point. I don't remember. That's how quick everything like was. Obviously, it felt slow for me, but apparently it was obviously very quick. And so yeah, apparently I stomped him. So yeah, that happened. I have something said sorry to the kid because I don't like him. So yeah, that happened. The teacher was like, "Oi, boys!" And he's like, "Seth, get outside now." And I go outside. I'm like, "Oh fuck." And he's like, "What did you? Why? Why did you do that?" And I was like, "Bro, he was talking shit." That's literally what I said. He was talking shit. And he was like, "Alright, Seth, grab your stuff and leave." And I walk back in there. I get like one glance at like my friends in the class, like Jacob and Jacob and Jackson, and their faces were still like shocked. Everyone was shocked. And he had all of his like friends were in there as well. So yeah, this is actually so funny. I get sent to the office. I get to have to put like a incident report. I mean, seems like I'm in a fucking like interrogation. It was funny as, but I was there, and they told me to like just tell them everything that happened that led up to that moment. So I did, and then after that, it was break time, and pretty much I was not allowed to leave the office for break time. Actually, but I was only allowed to stay out front of the office. So I was just walking around there with my other friend. His name's Caleb. So he was there. Me and him were chilling. And then I told him everything that happened. And then we see Duke walking up, and he gives me the most weird, like the most dirtiest look. It was so funny. Um, and then what's even more funny is we go to oh no, yeah, first break. I decided to sneak off. I didn't really want to stay out front of the office. And I sneak down and I see I see his friends and like, yo, how does it feel to push him off? And I was like, that's weird for you to ask, but yeah, it felt pretty good. And it was just like, it was so funny. These kids used to join in with him and bully the fuck out of me, especially one kid. There's one kid, bro. He used to go in on me. Like, probably more than Duke, not gonna lie. But he was just so massive. I was like, I am not dealing with that. So, yeah, I remember he was there as well. And he was just like, yo, come over here, bro. I'm like, oh, fuck, I'm about to get fucking destroyed. That's what I thought. I was like, hey, man, respect. And he, like, dapped me up. And I was like, what? No joke, me and him are tight now. Like, whenever I see him on the bus, I saw him, actually, a couple months ago, I mean, on the bus, and we dapped up. We was talked for, like, a whole, like, 10 minutes while I was on my bus, and, yeah, we catched up. It was crazy. Also friends with the, one of his other friends as well. Still, all because of that, which is weird, because I feel like if I did something like that, you wouldn't want to be friends with me, but yeah, I guess his friends decided to become friends with me, so yeah, that is the story. So that's probably not how you should deal with bullies, to be honest. It's probably not the best way. I could have gotten way more trouble. I actually didn't get in any trouble. I sat at the office all day, that's it. That's actually all I had to do. No suspension, no after school. I was chilling. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. I'm gonna try to do more of these. I actually enjoyed doing this. I tried to write this one down a little bit just so I can make it a little bit more fluent. Still probably isn't, but I'm new to this, so just bear with me here. I'm sure I'll get better as the time goes. Yeah, so like and subscribe. See you in the next one, guys. Peace.